Breaking news out of the Jewish world this morning. In Pennsylvania, a charity run by wife of pro-Israel U.S. Senator John Fetterman was defaced last week with the genocide slogan, and major Jewish groups are condemning this. Several Jewish groups are condemning that anti-Israel message placed by vandals on the exterior of the charity shop run by Fetterman's wife, Gisele Fetterman. Anti-Israel protesters draped a sheet over Fetterman's free store in Braddock. It's called the Free Store. It's in Braddock, Pennsylvania. The message read, "Genocide John, Genocide Gisele, blood on your hands." A coalition of Jewish groups, including several Jewish federations in the state of Pennsylvania, condemned this act of vandalism and called it, quote, inappropriate and counterproductive. Fetterman, of course, has really stepped up his support for Israel in the wake of Hamas's October 7, 2023 attacks on the country. The internationally designated terror group Hamas killed some 1,200 people, mostly Israeli civilians, committed a number of atrocities, including mass rapes, burning of families alive, torture, and the taking of several hundred hostages, nearly 60 of who are still being held in the tunnels under Gaza, including at least one American, Idan Alexander. Fetterman, of course, is one of the most outspoken Democratic supporters of Israel in the United States Senate. He and his wife Gisele recently traveled to Israel. While they were there, Benjamin Netanyahu gifted Fetterman with a silver-plated pager. Of course, that's an homage to the anti-Hezbollah military operation that Israel conducted last year, which killed a number of Hezbollah fighters across Lebanon. Of course, Hezbollah is also an internationally designated terror group that has killed many Americans over years. They were, of course, responsible for the Marine barracks bombings in Beirut that left several hundred Marines dead. They've also killed a number of Americans in acts of terrorism across the world. Fetterman's stance in support of Israel since October 7th has made him a frequent target of protests from both anti-Israel protesters and protesters who have engaged in anti-Semitic rhetoric and behavior and conducted anti-Semitic protests against Fetterman as well. Even though Fetterman is not Jewish, their protests have often involved anti-Semitic tropes and imagery. Fetterman, in a post on X, say those vandals had focused on his home and at his workplace, but never on his wife's business. Braddock is where Fetterman served as mayor for more than 10 years before he ran for national office. Braddock is a low-income and post-industrial town in Pennsylvania. Now, Gisele Fetterman's store that was vandalized is a business that aims to help area residents, many of whom are impoverished, by giving out surplus goods free of charge. Gisele Fetterman's social media feeds, the store's media feeds, the store's website, none of them mention Israel or the conflict with Hamas since October 7, 2023. Fetterman on X wrote, quote, "People defaced the Free Store in Braddock last night. Since 10/7/23, I'm used to the vandalism at our home or my office, but Gisele and volunteers distribute food, clothing, and formula at no cost to our community, and they shouldn't have to put up with this." Jewish groups condemn this vandalism. They also condemn the vandalism of the Fetterman's home and office, calling it unacceptable. The Jewish federations in a number of cities, including Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Harrisburg, along with the Pennsylvania Jewish Coalition, issued a statement that says, quote, "Accusing the Free Store and its founder, Gisele Fetterman, of having, quote, blood on their hands, end quote, is a baseless and malicious act. It harms the vulnerable individuals who rely on its services and does nothing to support the Palestinian people in Gaza. Attacking a charitable organization that serves those in need crosses a line that should never be approached and only deepens division and pain." Going to be checking with law enforcement to see whether any arrests have been made and where they stand in their investigation. I'll have more for you soon.